everyone, GiftedSoul here, back for another Oracle deck unboxing. And tonight I have with me the Spellcasting Oracle deck created by Flavia, Kate Peters, and Barbara Meiklejohn-Free. Artwork by Lisbeth Cheever Jessamine. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. So this is a newly released deck. It was released in 2020. I believe last month, actually. May have been this month. I don't know. But I definitely did not find out before it got released. I found out shortly after, or actually very long after for me. I was on YouTube. I wasn't looking at Oracle deck reviews or anything, but because I watch a lot of those videos and I do them myself, they are often in my recommendations. And this deck popped up. So yeah, it is a Hay House publication. And normally I would not get a deck with certain words on it, and that includes spell casting, because I don't consider myself a spell caster. I am more of a healer. Spell casting can provide healing, but I prefer the term healer. Spellcasting kind of goes off of, yes, you can make what you want, create what you desire, make something your own, but spellcasting to me is kind of messing with someone's free will, depending on the type of spellcasting you're doing, by the way. But like I said in recent not pick a card readings, but recent deck reviews or Oracle unboxings, I have kind of started not to let that keep me from getting a deck. And you can make this your own easily. Just because it says spell casting, you do not have to use it for that. So I just want to make that little speech there. But yeah, I have seen some of the cards in videos. But literally the day that I found out about the deck, I purchased it. So yeah. And the reviews and stuff just made me want it even more while I was waiting for it to come in. And I only just got it out of the mail today. I think it actually was delivered today. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this for you guys. To save time, I was going to pull the plastic off camera, but I just decided to go ahead and just do it on. So I'm going to do that right here for you guys, in place of, because if I do it on the thing, it's going to make the thing shake. Which, by the way, guys, I am aware that I need to fix that. I just cannot afford to get appropriate equipment. I'm working with the same tools I've been working with for the last few years since I've been offering content on YouTube. So just bear with me. It takes money, and I don't exactly make a lot despite what people might think. So yeah, but definitely do know that I am aware of that. I've taken note of it, and I'm going to try my best to do something about that. Okay, so as you can see, it is a very beautiful box. We have, it looks like we have a full moon. We have, I'm pretty sure that's a female. It kind of looks like a child almost, with their height. But it could be an inspiration from one of them in the way that they look, possibly. I have saw videos of Flavia, Kate Peters, and Barbara Meiklejohn-Free talking about this deck, doing free card pulls for people. So this deck is wonderful, from what I have seen. It is a 48 card deck, by the way, in guidebook. Forgot to mention that. I'm definitely excited to get it. As soon as I saw it, I had to have it. And again, normally this would have canceled it out for me, the title. But again, I'm just, you miss out on a lot of decks and a lot of good things doing that. So I'm not going to, like the cliche saying is, judge a book by its cover, literally. So yeah. And no, I don't necessarily have a problem with spell casting. It depends on what you're trying to cast a spell for. Because there are good spells. Not all spells are bad. Not all witches are bad. But, you know. Anyway, guys, let's see. Okay, so it is in a sturdy box. It's kind of very soft. I don't want to call it matte because it doesn't feel exactly like that, but it's kind of to that exterior. And yeah, let's flip over the box. Whoops. Okay, so it reads, have you ever wished you could cast a spell to change your life's path? Connect with your inner witch and add a little magic. The 48 cards in this deck will help you to harness thousands of years of supernatural wisdom to empower and heal your journey. Whether you're a seasoned witch or a magical dabbler, all the spells you need to conjure your desires are contained within this deck. Are you ready to work your magic? And it gives you information about Flavia Kate Peters as well as Barbara Meiklejohn-Free. They're both high priestesses and teachers of ancient magic. They both have their own, it looks like their own websites as well. And then there's information about the illustrator, and she has a website as well, or that is at least where you can find her work. Now here's the thing. I don't think, if those of you are wondering, well, do you have to, or is this deck made to cast spells with? I know that people do cast spells with decks in general, even if they're not made for that. So even if this wasn't a spell casting deck, if you wanted to use it to cast spells, I'm pretty sure you could. But yeah. I probably won't be doing that. I'm just going to use it as a regular Oracle deck. I am going to use it in a healing reading that I have listed in my Etsy shop. I had it for pre-order on my Etsy shop until I got the deck in today. So now you are able to actually, you could have purchased it before I got the deck in, but that is why I had it on pre-order only at the time, because I was waiting for this to come in, and I am going to be using it in this reading on my Etsy shop that is called Your Path to Healing. I'll link it down below in case anybody is interested in that. Yeah, so I don't know, but as soon as I ordered that deck, that idea came to me. Spirit called me and said, hey, you need to use this idea. So that is what I'm going to do. But yeah, so even though it says Spellcasting Oracle, you don't necessarily have to pick a card out to do a spell on, or like to do spells with. So yeah, it is kind of like a matte finish, like when you open the box. So the inside of the box says something. It says, as I open this box, magic abounds, for my spirit connects with the answer it's found. Feeling my heart open up to one love, beauty surrounds me below and above. Vibrations now raised, inviting in light, protection in place as I see with new sight. As I work with these cards, connect us as one. In peace and love, we are blessed, and it is done. It could say blessed, but sometimes people say blessed, so, but just take it however you feel called to pronounce it. But so yeah. And of course, the wonderful, I'm saying this and haven't even gone through it, guidebook. So let's see what the guidebook entails. Okay, so again, like I said, this is a 2020 release. We have the contents. It goes into Hail and Welcome, the ancient art of spellcraft. What is a spell? Magical moon phases, magical full moons, magical weekdays, magical direction, elements, and connections. How to cast a spell working with card spreads. And then we have the cards and their meanings, alphabetical order. And then about the artist and the author. And if you'd like, you can pause that and give it a read. I'm going to read just a little bit of it here. We've come together to create this deck for those whose hearts sing at the mere motion of magic and who feel an affinity with the ways of natural healing in accordance with the magical laws of nature. Our life's mission is to awaken you to embrace the magic of the old ways and to help you harness your personal power in conjunction with ancient wisdom that's still relevant for the modern magical practitioner. I'm going to be purely working with my intuition, and because this deck is giving you a lot of information on how to cast spells and stuff, I'm not going to be using it for that. But in case I do change my mind about that, then I can go towards the guidebook. So here's more information. We're going into moon phases here. And I've already discussed all of this by looking at the contents, but here we have this chart here. Yeah, I don't really know. Okay, so it has spreads. And then we get into the interpretation of the cards. Okay. So, for example, it looks like each card has a magical guidance message, a spell incantation, magical meanings, and it looks like some sayings or mantras. Yeah, but this is a deck you can easily use without it, but if you would like some extra flair to it, then yes, pull open the guidebook. So it looks like it goes like that for each card. Again, there's 48 cards. And altogether, it looks to be an 133-page guidebook, including the About the Author and Illustrator page. So that is the guidebook. And here's a message here that if you'd like, you can pause to give it a read. And there's a picture of Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Meiklejohn-Free. Yeah. So before I actually show you the cards, I want to say that from what I have seen or what I remember seeing in the videos, because yes, I did watch a couple of videos on the deck flipping through them, but it's been a little while since I've seen them, so I don't remember everything. So it kind of is like first impressions. But from what I remember, the artwork reminds me of, and this is a deck that I actually don't even have. It's by Colette Baron Reed. It is the whoever did the artwork for her Goddess Oracle deck. It kind of reminds me of that. But yeah. But let's go ahead and get into the cards. So that is the back. We have our little paper thing here that keeps the cards close together while they are in transit, coming from wherever they are coming from. Yes. So beautiful. And they are kind of, I want to say matte finish, but they do kind of also have a glossy look to them, at least what I'm looking at. I might be losing it, but I'm seeing just a little shimmer at the bottom where this green is. But yeah, overall though, I think it's kind of like matte. Kind of reminds me of, and I say this in a lot of videos where I compare a lot of cardstock to the Denise Lynn's cardstock. But if you have any of her decks, the Sacred Destiny, and the Sacred Travelers Oracle. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. And let's see. So on the back here, we have a pentacle. It's definitely something that kind of empowers and instills, you know, magic. But yeah, and yes, I do believe in magic. I do have healing capabilities and stuff. However, I don't associate or title myself a witch or a spell caster. But yes, and like I said, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I just choose not to identify as that. But yeah, I'm really happy though that I did not let that stop me, because these cards were way too beautiful to pass up. So but yeah, so here we have the animals card. I hope you guys can see this. So we have animals, we have answers, beauty. So if you can hear that sound as I'm pulling the cards out, it's very matte finish ASMR type of sounds. So blessings, boundaries, career. So what I love about this, one of my favorite things about this deck is the fact that it does include a message about career. Clarity. I mean, you can always go to the guidebook, but I really see no need to, especially with the images and then the word. That's enough to go off of. And I, for sure, am going to be doing that more than the guidebook. Compassion. Confidence. Courage. Wow. Dreams. Empowerment. Family. So it's like some shadow figures instead of people. Fertility. Financial health. Finding. Forgiveness. Freedom. Friendship. Good luck. So, and I'm stopping here. I'm not done flipping through the cards, so I'm saying I'm stopping here to look at this card, because normally people associate a black cat with bad luck and negative energy. And I'm not gonna lie, I am one of those people. I've had cats before, actually. One of them was like black and white when I was younger. So I have associated with that myth, yes. But mainly because I just, heard about it a lot. But I don't think necessarily now that I've kind of grown out of thinking that if you cross paths with the black cat, it automatically means something bad is going to happen. I do not think that. I thought that when I was younger, yes. But we have grieving, happiness, healing, home, inspiration, justice, life purpose. And this image here reminds me of the back of the Earth Magic cards by Stephen D. Farmer, where he has the trees, I think just about exactly like this. You know what I'm talking about if you have that deck or have done research on it. But so lighten your load. We have love, manifestation, which is the photo on the box and guidebook, new beginnings, passion, peace, prosperity, protection. So, and it looks like a lot of these you can refer to traditional tarot, actually, because with this, you would think that this could be the Empress. It looks like she is pregnant with the earth, like a lot of decks portray, and she's protecting what she created. Psychic abilities. Very, very happy that they've included a card that caters to people like me and just psychic abilities. Reconciliation, spirit guide. You have strength, talent, transformation. I love butterflies. Travel, And she looks like, I think it's just because of how she's standing, but she looks like she could also be pregnant as well. Trust, truth, well-being, and the last one is willpower. So this is a beautiful deck for sure. And again, I'm glad that I didn't, you know, let the title keep me from getting it. It shuffles pretty well. Now, this is a lot of the reasons why I don't shuffle on the camera, because as you can see, my table jiggles, and that's why I try to do less movement when I'm doing videos. But again, I am aware of this. It's just going to take me some time to get it fixed. I wish you guys, thank you for stopping by. Please let me know what you think about this deck. If you have it, if it's on your wish list, anything, your views on spellcasting, let me know. Again, I don't necessarily have too much against it. It depends on what you're doing it for. If you're trying to bend somebody's free will, I would say not to do that. But if it's maybe to help you financially or anything like that, I can understand. But if you do spells, this no judgment. There's just something that I prefer not to do. I do healings, yes, but I don't do things that require for somebody to just up and do something that they might not otherwise do. Unless I feel called that without, you know, a certain healing that, oh, this person is going to do this or that, then okay. But if I don't feel that way, I don't do it. But yeah, let me know what you think about this, and how do you feel about this deck. Again, it's Hay House. The women that created it are from the UK, so it's Hay House UK, but it is available on the Hay House US online store. And yeah, so that is my full flip through and unboxing of the Spellcasting Oracle deck by Flavia, Kate Peters, and Barbara Meiklejohn-Free. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I have a service where I am using this deck on my Etsy shop. If you are interested, I will link it down below. Wish you guys love and light, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.